Hello everyone. We will listen story about the three little pigs. Before we listen the story, please like and subscribe. Once upon a time, in a cozy little meadow, lived three little pigs named Peter, Paul, and Penny. They were siblings who loved each other very much, but each had a different approach to life. Their mother, a wise old pig, had always taught them the importance of hard work, empathy, and helping one another. One sunny morning, Mother Pig called her three children together. "My dear little pigs," she said, "you are now old enough to go out into the world and build your own homes. Remember the values I've taught you. Work hard, be kind, and always help each other. These will guide you through life." With a mix of excitement and a little nervousness, Peter, Paul, and Penny set off to find their own places to live. They promised their mother they would always remember her lessons and support each other no matter what. Peter, the youngest pig, was cheerful and loved to have fun. He decided to build his house out of straw. "It's easy and quick," he thought. "Then I can spend more time playing." He quickly finished his straw house and invited his siblings to come and see. Penny, the eldest and wisest pig, remembered her mother's advice well. She decided to build her house out of bricks. "It's a lot of hard work," she admitted, "but it will be strong and safe." She worked tirelessly, day and night, laying each brick carefully and making sure her house was sturdy. Peter and Paul laughed at Penny. "Why are you working so hard, Penny?" Peter asked. "You could be having fun like us." Penny smiled and replied, "Mother always said that hard work pays off. My house may take longer to build, but it will be worth it." As the days passed, Peter and Paul enjoyed their free time, playing games and relaxing, while Penny continued to work on her brick house. Eventually, she completed her home and invited her brothers to see it. "You've done an amazing job, Penny," Paul admitted. "Your house looks very strong." "Thank you," Penny replied. "I believe it will protect us if we ever face any trouble." Just as they were admiring Penny's brick house, a hungry wolf who had been watching the pigs for days decided it was time to make his move. He approached Peter's straw house and knocked on the door. Little pig, let me come in," the wolf growled. Peter trembled inside his flimsy house. "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," he replied. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf threatened. With a mighty blow, the wolf blew the straw house down, sending Peter running to Paul's stick house. Let me in, Peter cried, and Paul quickly opened the door. The two pigs huddled together as the wolf approached and knocked on the door. Little pigs, let me come in," the wolf demanded. "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins," they replied in unison. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf roared. He blew, and soon the stick house collapsed as well. Peter and Paul ran as fast as they could to Penny's brick house. "Help us, Penny," they begged. Without hesitation, Penny opened the door and let her brothers inside. "Don't worry, we're safe here," she assured them. The wolf, now even more determined, approached Penny's house and knocked on the door. Little pigs, let me come in," he snarled. "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins," they all replied together. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf bellowed. He huffed and puffed with all his might, but the brick house stood firm. No matter how hard he tried, the wolf couldn't blow down the sturdy house. Exhausted and defeated, the wolf finally gave up and slunk away, grumbling to himself. Inside the safety of the brick house, Peter and Paul hugged Penny tightly. "Thank you, Penny," Peter said, tears in his eyes. "Your hard work saved us." Paul nodded. "We've learned our lesson. From now on, we'll work hard and always be prepared." Penny smiled warmly at her brothers. "I'm just glad you're safe. Mother's lessons were right. Hard work and taking care of each other are so important." From that day forward, Peter, Paul, and Penny lived happily together in the brick house. They helped each other with chores, shared their meals, and always made time to enjoy each other's company. They also became known in the village for their generosity and kindness, often helping their neighbors with building projects and other tasks. One winter, a terrible storm hit the village. Many of the animals' homes were damaged by the strong winds and heavy snow. The three little pigs, remembering their mother's teachings, immediately offered their help. "We must work together to rebuild," Penny said. "Our home is strong, and we can share it with those who need shelter until their homes are fixed." Peter and Paul agreed wholeheartedly. They opened their home to their friends and neighbors, offering warm meals and a safe place to stay. Together, they worked tirelessly to repair the damaged homes, using strong materials to ensure they would withstand future storms. Peter, Paul, and Penny beamed with pride. "We're just happy to help," Paul replied. "We've learned that by working hard and looking out for each other, we can overcome any challenge." As the village recovered from the storm, the bond between the three little pigs and their neighbors grew even stronger. The pigs' home became a gathering place for the community, where everyone felt welcome and safe. They held regular get-togethers, sharing stories, laughter, and the occasional slice of Penny's famous apple pie. Peter, who had once been the playful one, discovered a passion for gardening. He grew a beautiful vegetable garden that provided fresh produce for the entire village. Paul, who had always been a bit more serious, found joy in building and repairing things. He became known as a village handyman, always ready to lend a helping hand. Penny continued to be the wise and nurturing leader of the trio, guiding her brothers and the village with her wisdom and compassion. Together, they created a community built on the values their mother had taught them: hard work, empathy, and helping one another. One day, a traveling storyteller visited the village. He was fascinated by the pig's story and asked if he could share it with other villages he visited. The three little pigs agreed, hoping that their story would inspire others to embrace the values of hard work, kindness, and community. The storyteller traveled far and wide, telling the tale of the three little pigs and their brick house. Everywhere he went, people were moved by the story and began to adopt the same principles in their own lives. Villages became more united, and communities flourished as people worked together and supported one another. As the seasons changed and years went by, the three little pigs grew older, but their bond remained as strong as ever. They often reminisced about their adventures and the challenges they had overcome together. One evening, as they sat by the fireplace, Peter said, "I'm grateful for the life we've built together. We've faced many challenges, but we've always come out stronger because we've had each other." Paul nodded in agreement. "And we've helped so many others along the way. That's something to be truly proud of." Penny smiled warmly at her brothers. "Mother would be so proud of us." We've honored her teachings and created a life filled with love, hard work, and kindness. As they sat together, the fire crackling softly, they felt a deep sense of contentment. Their journey had been filled with lessons and growth, and they knew that the values they held dear would continue to guide them for the rest of their lives. And so, in the cozy brick house, surrounded by friends and family, the three little pigs lived happily ever after. Their story became a cherished legend, passed down through generations, reminding everyone of the importance of hard work, empathy, and helping one another. The villagers often gathered around the three little pigs, listening to their stories and seeking their advice. Peter, Paul, and Penny became beloved elders in the community, their wisdom and kindness leaving a lasting legacy. Children grew up hearing the tale of the three little pigs and learning the values that had guided them. They learned that by working hard, being kind, and supporting each other, they too could build a strong, happy life. As the years went by, the village flourished, becoming a place where everyone felt valued and cared for. The spirit of the three little pigs lived on in the hearts of the villagers, inspiring them to be the best they could be. Peter's garden continued to provide abundant produce. Paul's skills kept the village in good repair, and Penny's wisdom and compassion guided the community. Together, they created a place where love and kindness thrived. The story of the three little pigs and their brick house became a timeless reminder that with hard work, empathy, and a strong sense of community, anything is possible. The legacy of Peter, Paul, and Penny lived on, their lessons continuing to inspire and guide future generations. And so, the village remained a beacon of hope and happiness, a testament to the enduring power of love, hard work, and the bonds that unite us all. The end. Thanks for all the time. Goodbye.